guys, I'm Jasmine Day. I'm a Lincoln graduate and I'm going to be a freshman next year. And today I'm reading The Circus Ship by Chris Van Dusen, and this was one of my favorite books when I was a kid. 5 miles off the coast of Maine and slightly overdue, a circus ship was steaming south in fog as thick as stew. On board were 15 animals who traveled to and fro. The next day it was Boston for another circus show. The captain, Mr. Carrington, was honest and sincere. He thought that they should drop the hook and wait for things to clear. But Mr. Payne, the circus boss, was terribly demanding. He stomped up to the helm where Captain Carrington was standing and screamed, "Don't stop, keep going, I've got a show to do. Just get me down to Boston town tomorrow, sir, by 2. Then came a crash, an awful bash. Things flew into the air. The ship had smashed into a ledge that no one knew was there. The shattered ship began to trip, then sank without a sound. The splashing, thrashing animals swam round and round and round. The captain said to Mr. Payne, "Pray tell, what shall we do? We can't just leave them here to drown. We've got to save them too." "The animals," yelled Mr. Payne. "Why, sir, what are you, daft? It's me that you should rescue. Pull me up into your raft. Now ferry me to safety, sir, before I die of cold." "Don't question me," barked Mr. Payne. "Just do as you are told." Through chilly water all night long, the animals swam on, until they reached an island beach just before the dawn. They pulled themselves upon the shore, the draggled cold and beat, then staggered to the village on weary and wobbly feet. The people in the neighborhood had just begun to rise, and when they saw those animals, they had to rub their eyes. They thought they saw an elephant, but wait, how could that be? And what's that little monkey doing up in that cherry tree? Soon animals were everywhere and into everything, and went on and on and on. Mr. Hood was stacking wood and nearly jumped a mile when he found the alligator sleeping on his woodpile. And Mrs. Dotty Daly, who grew daisies by the bunch, discovered that the zebra had been eating them for lunch. And Mrs. Fanny Feeney found, according to the rumors, the silly little circus monkey swinging in her bloomers. But everything changed quickly, like the turning of the tide, the night the Abbott shed caught fire with Emma Rose inside. From high above the Abbott's farm, the tiger saw the shed. The sight of smoke and fire triggered something in his head. He jumped through flames 1,000 times back in his circus days. So he ran past all the people and leapt into the blaze. Then everybody panicked. "Help, help, what can we do?" When from the raging fire, something big burst into view. It was the most amazing sight, and everybody froze when they saw the little tiger saving little Emma Rose. The tiger's risky rescue changed everybody's mind. The animals weren't bothersome, the animals were kind. And so they lived together, side by side they got along. And it didn't seem like anything could possibly go wrong. Then little Red the messenger came running with the word. Apparently a circus ship had sunk from what he'd heard. "The animals are from that boat, they swam in from the bay. The greedy owner wants them back and he'll be here any day." So the people called a meeting and they quickly hatched a plan. No animal that came ashore will sail off with that man. The next day at the crack of dawn, a ship was at the pier, and up the lane marched Mr. Payne, whose voice was loud and clear. "I am the circus owner. My ship sank in the murk. I've come to find my animals and put them back to work." He hiked until he came into the center of the town. His face was red, he scratched his head, he stood there with a frown. Mr. Payne looked high and low, but still he couldn't see the 15 circus animals of his menagerie. He ran around the alleyways, he searched the village square. He even checked the chicken coop, but animals weren't there. He ran off in a fit of rage. His ship was leaving sight, so he jumped into a rowboat and rowed with all his might. And from that day, they'd like to say, their lives are free of pain. It was a happy, peaceful place upon that isle in Maine. So make sure you guys keep reading and check out the next reading videos.